Okay guys, so this is going to be like a brush haul type of video. All of these brushes weren't purchased recently or just now. They were purchased over a long period of time, from the time that I bought my first brush when I started doing or trying to do my own makeup to now. Basically, I'm just trying to make something out of this day, because the makeup I have on now, I tried to do a video on it or a tutorial, and look, now the sun is shining. But okay, now it's gone. But the sun or the weather, they playing with me today, not getting good lighting, so my makeup video was a complete fail. So the first brush that I'm going to start with are concealer brushes, or my concealer brush. It's actually a foundation brush that I got from Walmart, and it's one of those double-ended brushes, and this side is supposed to act as a foundation brush, and then this side is supposed to be a concealer brush. I did use it like that in the beginning, but it was too small for me. It took forever to apply foundation. For me, I didn't like it. I wanted a bigger one, so I started using this one as a concealer brush that I apply underneath my eyes. And also I use this one as a concealer brush, but it's a mini one, so I can actually get into areas that I can't get into with the big one. So I got this from Walmart, and I use this as a concealer brush, but it can be used as a foundation brush. My next brush is actually my foundation brush. As you can see, it is much larger than my old foundation brush. Doesn't take me that long to apply my foundation or anything like that. Basically, I just stipple my foundation all over my face, and then I use the tips right here at the edge to feather it in all over my face, and it doesn't take long at all, and it's very soft. And this is a brush by Essence of Beauty that I picked up from CVS recently, and it was about $10, I think. So along with my foundation, I use this is e.l.f.'s powder brush, and it's just a flat top brush. You can use this for your powder, but however, I use this to buff in my foundation after I apply it with my foundation brush, because I like to buff it, make sure it's into my hairline, my jawline, that it's into my neck and around my ears and stuff like that, because this really blends really good. So my next brush is going to be my powder brushes, and I have two powder brushes. One is by e.l.f., and it's called the e.l.f. complexion brush, and basically I just dip this into my powder, pressed powder or loose powder, whatever powder that I'm using that day, and just buff it in to my face all over. Nothing special about it. That's all I use it for, just to buff in the powder all over my face. I do the same thing with this one. This one's by EcoTools, but it's way softer than e.l.f.'s complexion brush. This brush is still soft. I don't feel any, it doesn't feel like it's scratching my skin or anything like that. But this one just feels like it's cotton. Just cotton all over your face, and I just love this brush. It's very soft. I got this from Walgreens, and it came in a kit. Next are my blush brushes, what I use for my cheeks, and this first one is by e.l.f. This is e.l.f.'s blush brush. It's smaller than e.l.f.'s complexion brush, as you can see, smaller. It feels the same, same texture. It's still soft and everything like that. I just use this one as a highlighter brush. I use this to apply my highlighter on the high points of my cheekbones. This is where I use that brush at. It's very soft, and it's small enough to get right into that area where I want to highlight without overdoing it. The next one is this angled blush brush, and I got this from Walmart recently, and I think I paid about $5 for it. Basically, I use this brush when I'm contouring mostly. I apply my contouring powder on. The next one is a stipple brush by e.l.f., and this is another one of their brushes that they recently added to their studio line. I do not use it to apply cream blush or anything like that. Only thing I use this for is to apply a powder blush to my cheeks, and that's just lightly to my cheeks area. That's the only thing I use it for, because it's not, to me, it's not dense enough. Anything wet, it just will stick. It just make a mess to me. I don't like it for anything other than that. So that's what I use this for, just to apply blush. That's another blush brush that I use, and it is a stipple brush. You can use it for whatever else you want to use it for, but again, it's up to you. And that will be all for my face brushes, actually. Guys, if you look at, I love y'all. I'm sitting on the floor, and I hope I can get up after this. Whew. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to my eye brushes. The first brush that I'm gonna show you, and you guys should already know this, should already know what brush I'm gonna show you, and it is my e.l.f. brushes. These are the very first brushes that I purchased when I started doing or trying to do my makeup, like that. And to this day, I still can say and vouch for these brushes and say these brushes are wonderful. Love, love, love these brushes. My eyeshadow brush. The next eyeshadow brush I have is by Essence of Beauty, and this is just a big dome brush that I normally used to use to apply my highlight when I want to get like a lot of highlight color up there, I guess. I don't know, but it's called a smoky wide brush. It has two ends. This end is supposed to be a pointed crease brush, but since I put it in my cup so much it started slanting, I don't ever use this side anyway, so I really didn't care. I really just like this side. When you're trying to get that color all over your lid really quickly, this is really, really good for it. It's pretty much just like the e.l.f. brush, it's just a larger size. The eyeshadow brush, I use this all the time to apply my highlight. It's like a flat shader brush, if you can see it. It's just a flat brush, and this is by Echo Tools. This is one of the brushes that came in the kit with the face powder brush, and basically I just apply this, use this to apply my highlight on my brow bone. And my next and last brushes will be blending brushes. I absolutely love blending brushes. Those are, to me, the main thing you should have in your brush kit. Blending brushes. That is what blends the colors together. That is what makes your makeup look, you know, smooth and transitions really, really well. There are some brushes out there, like eyeshadow brushes and stuff, that can double as an eyeshadow brush as well as a blending brush, but there are some blending brushes that you just can't dupe. Brush. This is another brush that I bought the same time I bought my very first eyeshadow brush. I knew I was supposed to have a blending brush, so I was watching somebody on YouTube, but I pretty much use this to blend out whatever color I have in my outer V or my crease or anything like that. That's what I use this for, because it's dense, very, very small and petite, and it blends right in that area where you want it to blend. Sigma SS224. Absolutely love this brush. This one I just like to sweep, you know, like that saddle color by MAC. I like to sweep that color in my crease color with this brush. Or if I'm just trying to blend out two colors that are beside each other, trying to blend them out together, I use this brush. I really, really like this brush too. And let's see, these two blending brushes I just purchased, which came in the kit with the spoolie and the angled brush. These brushes came in it as well. They're also double-ended, and pretty much this is a concealer brush as well that I can probably use to do my eyebrows with, but for right now I'm going to stick with the e.l.f. brush, or I can use it to you know, use concealer somewhere else on my face or anything like that. But this is supposed to be like a mini powder brush. I'm not going to use this for no powder powder brush over your face or anything like that. Basically, I think that what they mean is, this is what I use it for, And when I'm using, putting that translucent powder underneath my eyes, or HD powder, or whatever you want to call it, this is what I use. It's perfect. It's the perfect size and shape for underneath my eyes to put that powder underneath. And then when I'm done, I can blend it away with the same brush. So this is what I use that for. Or if you have large areas in your eye look that you're trying to blend, you can blend with that as well. It's very large now, so it'll blend a heck of a lot of eyeshadow together. So I don't know if you want to use it for that. Depends on you, but I like it because it's big and it's fluffy, and I can basically use it for blending the eye look or just applying powder underneath my eyes. So, and the next brush that came with it is the same thing, blending brush, different shape, different size. As you can see, none of my blending brushes have the same shape, or they're the same size. This is the last one, and basically I love to, this is good for the crease as well, or especially when I'm applying that dark color on the outer V. Pretty much just blends around the black to tone it down a little bit. I like this for that because it's kind of pointed for that as well. It's also double-ended. This one is like a pointed crease brush. I like to use this to apply color in my inner corners because it's pointed, it's dense, really stiff, and it's still soft. So it's really good to apply color there. That's what I use this for. And this came in that same kit from Walmart, and the kit was $10.